Jai Shri Ram. This is another GRE AWA issue prompt. If you are taking the SAT or GMAT or GRE, essay writing is going to be challenging. So, listening to my talk is going to definitely help you write a better essay. Even in TOEFL and IELTS essay writing is there, but of course the level is much easier, much lower. Now, even if you are a general thinker, you want to improve your critical thinking, these topics are so wonderful, nice to listen to and analyze. Now look at this one. What most human beings really want to attain is not knowledge, but certainty. Gaining, why? The speaker now gives us reasons. Gaining real reason requires taking risks and keeping the mind open, but most people prefer to be reassured rather than to learn the complex and often unsettling truth about anything. Interesting. Now you have to ask yourself, what do you want? Are you one of the most human beings being discussed here? And what do you want? Do you want knowledge or do you want certainty? You would be tempted to say, no, I don't want certainty. I want knowledge. That's your ego. But now I'm asking you another question. Do you believe in lucky numbers? Do you believe in lucky days and lucky dates? Do you have any superstitions? If you answer yes, then you have fooled yourself. Self-delusion is the worst kind of delusion. Self-deception. If we are deceived by others, second time they can't deceive us because we will know that they are deceiving us. But self-deception is so powerful. We keep fooling ourselves all the time. Now, I'm sure any person, when he is asked, what do you want, knowledge or certainty, he'll definitely confidently say knowledge. But then you ask him honestly, tell me, do you believe in lucky numbers, lucky dates, superstition, lucky color? And then you believe in the zodiac. People read books on zodiac, Linda Goodman, sun signs, and horoscope, palmistry, lucky charm. Do you have a lucky charm? CHARM, mojo, M-O-J-O. Juju, J-U-J-U. Mascot. A mascot means anything that brings luck. So people have lucky charms, lucky stones, lucky colors. They wear rings and symbols and insignia. Oh my God, it is endless. And lucky, time also. Well, this is the good day, this is a good time. You have muhurtam in Hinduism. We have muhurtam. But of course, these muhurtams are actually fixed for Vedic yajnas, not for every petty thing in life. For a Vedic yajna, there is a certain level of sanctity expected, and therefore some rules are there. Of course, for major, samskaras, major sacraments in life, Hinduism, marriage is a sacrament. So muhurtam is taken into account. And it's a deeply spiritual and intuitive subject. Many foolish fellows who don't know anything about Jyotisha, though Jyotisham is about light actually. It's a science, astronomy and astrology are linked. But of course the modern day astrologers, all kinds of Tom, Dick and Harry and jokers are there. So Vedic astrologers are extremely scientific. And it's a deeply spiritual and intuitive science. Now I just had to dilate on it because the topic came up. So if you believe, I personally don't believe. I simply say Jai Shri Ram and get into whatever activity I want to. Because life is too short for all these things. Now if you have answered yes to any of those questions, then you are surely a hypocrite. Because on one hand you say what you want is knowledge, but on the other hand, you are believing everything and so many things which are baseless. Now let us go to an even more controversial question. Religion. Now, many holy books, I won't name them, except Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains everything in a deeply logical and spiritual way. And Krishna also says, think about what I say, Vimrishyaita daseshena yadechasi tadakur. That means, analyze in detail whatever I am telling you. and do whatever you think is right. So Krishna is the ultimate cognitive scientist. Now, if you subscribe to some other religion other than Sanatana Dharma, you are actually believing in some dogmas which are utterly irrational. I haven't named them, so there's no need to get offended now. I've read all their books. All these religions, major religions, I've read their books inside out. I find that they are completely dogmatic, doctrinaire, rigid, and also the punishment for questioning is death. Apostasy. Apostasy means abandoning the religion. The punishment is death. And we have to convert everyone into our religion or kill them. These kind of dangerous ideas are there in their holy books. Not just in one place. Throughout those books. But nearly 4 billion people are following these books. And if you ask them, they are highly educated professors, you ask them, what do you want? Knowledge or certainty? He'll say, knowledge, I'm a scientist. But then you ask the next question, do you believe in this particular holy book? Now he'll be in a catch-22 situation. He will not know how to wriggle out of this dilemma. Well, of course, if you are writing an essay, you won't want to write all that I am saying here. Okay? Some professor might get offended. That's the problem. You see, look at the next sentence. Gaining real knowledge requires taking risks. They don't want to take the risk of suddenly finding themselves rudderless. They have been believing in a holy book and a particular Messiah and a prophet. But if you look at their statements of those prophets, you will be shocked. Lechery, butchery, treachery. These are the three things you will find in abundance in all those holy books. And keeping the mind open. These fellows are not willing to keep their mind open. And they would like to be reassured. Reassured means to be given a guarantee. Yeah. The Lord will save you. Why will the Lord save you? Why would the Lord save a serial killer, a rapist, mass murderer, terrorist? If there is a God, why would God behave like an idiot? Right? Simple question. God is definitely going to be more intelligent than you and me. But these people, they just want to be reassured. And the priests of these religions are always eager to reassure them. Don't worry, the Lord will save you. Are they willing to learn the complex and often unsettling truth? Unsettling means disturbing. There are so many cults even within Hinduism. Right? You will find all kinds of babas, shady characters. And if you dig into their history of those so-called holy men, you will be shocked. But people are following. And on the contrary, if you ask them any pointed questions, they will file cases against you. They might even physically attack you. So on one hand, we have, in our Indian constitution, we have fundamental duties. Fundamental rights are 6, but few duties are 10. The 8th duty is to develop a scientific temper, spirit of inquiry, develop a scientific temper, spirit of inquiry, humanism and reform. Inquiry means thorough investigation. Scientific temper. No, of course, scientific temper does not mean you cannot have a spiritual temper. I have a spiritual temper, which means I believe in certain moral values which I can't prove. But those moral values are not harming anybody. My morality does not allow me to harm anybody. So, if you don't believe it, I have no problem. So, this kind of a morality is perfectly alright. That's what Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches you. Right? So, the unsettling truth, if I expose the unsettling truth in these so-called major religions and these so-called holy books, I'll be the target of hate. In fact, I'll be called a hate monger. I've already been called one anyway. So, I gave you a lengthy talk. Now it is up to you. You will write an introduction where you will say, the speaker's statement is indeed true because a large number of people in the world claim to be seeking knowledge, but they are actually after certainty. Full stop. In other words, people believe in all kinds of superstitions, but they would like to always assert that they are rational thinkers and they have a scientific temperament, which is obviously not true. Full stop. My introduction is over. My second paragraph will start like this. Now let us examine some of the superstitions which are popular worldwide. The craze for lucky numbers is the simplest one. Full stop. Any mathematician will tell you that there can't be any such thing as a lucky number or an unlucky number. It is your superstition. But many people believe that. So now in the same tone you write 4 paragraphs exposing, talking about religion also without naming any particular religion, right? So your conclusion will be just a paraphrasing of the introduction. Now you have written a wonderful paragraph, wonderful essay. Right? I hope you liked this discussion also. Bolo Jai Shri Ram.